One of the most common terms I hear thrown around a lot is when someone is talking about another person they don't like, is to call them a narcissist. Similarly, many people describe their broken relationships as one where they are the victim of narcissistic abuse. We know that there are narcissists among us and that narcissistic abuse happens. However, if you have been called a narcissist or accused of narcissistic abuse, it may or may not be true. How do you know if you are truly a narcissist or if you've just been more selfish than you need to be? Hi, I'm Michael Clark with the Ananias Foundation, and in this video we're going to talk about narcissistic abuse and what's the difference between that and plain old selfish behavior. We'll also cover why we might act in selfish ways, and most importantly, how to stop. If you want to stop causing harm in your relationships, you're on the right path. This is Journey of Change, a video series to help you become the safe, loving partner you were meant to be. Narcissistic abuse, by definition, is abuse perpetrated by someone who is a narcissist. More specifically, it is harm caused by being in a relationship with someone who has narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. People with narcissistic personality disorder have low empathy and see others as beneath them. This, of course, is toxic for a relationship. The term narcissist has become one of the most overused catchphrases used to describe anyone the speaker deems to be selfish or because they think that that person should care more about them. However, this label is often used incorrectly. Studies quantify the percent of people who have narcissistic personality disorder somewhere between 0.5% and 6%. Narcissism and narcissistic abuse, therefore, is rare. So, just because you've been called a narcissist or accused of narcissistic abuse doesn't make it so. My counselor friends tell me that true narcissists are nearly impossible to treat because they don't think anything is wrong with them and therefore are unmotivated to change. Here's the deal. If you are still watching this video and wondering if you're a narcissist, there's a pretty good chance that you're not, or you wouldn't be worried about it. Still, it's possible that you have sometimes acted in selfish ways, including times when you don't need to. The rest of this video will focus on selfishness, something that we're all guilty of from time to time. While selfishness is an unhelpful behavior pattern, it's also changeable. Learning to eliminate selfishness is vital to maintaining close connections with others. Let me acknowledge that few of us want to think of ourselves as selfish. Still, many of us are. Often, we're unaware of how our behavior affects those around us. One thing we can do is to take an inventory of our attitudes and our actions to uncover our self-centeredness. Here are some questions to ask yourself. Do I care about myself and my needs more than the needs of others? Do I show little concern about how my actions affect those around me? Do I make minimal effort to maintain relationships, expecting others to make most of the effort? Do I look for others to be there to help or listen, but give excuses when the roles are reversed? Do I talk about myself or my feelings, but take little interest or give little empathy when others share? Do I make sure I'm the center of attention? Do I resist compromising or giving in when others want something different? Do I lie or cheat to get what I want? Do I make promises but then fail to follow through on them? Do I manipulate or control others by making them feel guilty, ashamed, or afraid so decisions go my way? Do I obsess with material objects or status symbols, valuing things over people? Do I feel jealous when others appear to have more money, status, or success in life? Do I spend lavishly on myself, but I'm cheap, or maybe I complain when treating others? Now, if you honestly answered yes to a few of these questions, you may have some selfish tendencies that are hurting your relationships. The good news is, selfishness does not need to be a permanent character flaw. Anyone can learn to be less selfish and more focused on others. Let me also acknowledge that a certain amount of focus on ourselves is normal and even desirable. After all, each of us is responsible for him or herself. Too little focus on ourselves, and we end up not taking care of ourselves and feeling resentful. However, getting the balance right between caring for ourselves and being concerned with others is the key. Too much selfish behavior, and it's harmful to our partners. Look, everyone has a built-in desire to be valued, especially by the people close to them. When we treat our partner or others as less valuable with our selfishness, that essential requirement goes unmet. They may feel like they're being taken advantage of, unappreciated, and not receiving adequate attention to their own needs. That's when our selfishness starts to affect us, when it destroys important relationships we have with others. Where might our selfishness come from? It could be a habit that helped us survive in the past. Looking out for number one may have been necessary if we were a child who was neglected by our caretakers. When we carry this into adulthood and our intimate relationships, however, it's unnecessary and it doesn't serve us well. One of the subconscious beliefs that can drive selfishness is uncertainty about being taken care of. If we're thinking, I'm not okay, or how will my needs be met, then we're likely to be over-focused on taking care of ourselves. Our hidden anxiety drives our self-seeking behavior, and we miss seeing and responding to others' needs. If you are relating to what I'm talking about, how can we become less selfish? Understanding the root of selfishness helps us identify the cure. When we recognize our anxiety and the beliefs behind it, that allows us to challenge those thoughts and replace them with other, more constructive and accurate ones. Our fears are usually not based on reality. Sometimes people worry about swinging the other way and becoming doormats if they relax their self-focus. One principle I've found helpful to maintain a healthy balance is to think of others as equals. This means they are not less deserving, but they are also not more deserving than me. We're on the same level. Role models can serve us well in our quest to become less selfish. You likely know people who are humble, giving, caring of others. Watch what they do in different situations and copy their actions. Or ask them how they think about the balance between taking care of themselves and paying attention to others. I know that telling someone to be less selfish is not going to help. Being confident that we're okay and that our needs will be met, however, frees us to be more generous with our time, attention, and resources. We're fine. We'll be fine. There's no longer a reason to focus on ourselves, and we're free to see, care about, and help others. I'm Michael Clark with the Ananias Foundation, and I hope you found this discussion about reducing selfishness helpful. Take care, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for joining me today. I'm honored to be on this journey of change with you, and I hope I've helped you in some way. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure to hit the like button, share this with others who might find it helpful, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. For more resources, head to our website, ananiasfoundation.org. Until next time, take care and remember, change is possible.